Doop doop boop.
How is the
You will.
lighting around here?
The lighting is almost entirely just lanterns from the gangsters and a flashlight from Osborne. Sikovic doesn't carry anything, and neither does the baggage train behind you. But you get the feeling they don't need it or want
Gotcha. Alright, can't do that, okay.
it. So you do have several hours. Are you going to make any other kind of attempt on your way?
I'm gonna keep on trying to talk with these people, trying to get in with them, make them more less worried about me, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, you continue working on that, and you feel like you're building up a little bit of a rapport. These people have been or these gangsters, these alligators, have been kind of shafted quite often. From the sounds of it, they've been involved in other gangs, and they've tried to hit it big, and they've had scores that have failed, and they've done time in jail, and they just can't get a break, and then someone comes along and actually gives them an offer, not just to be some small goon out on the street, but give them something big and real. And they even have all these strange and bizarre things to back them up.
Also, then that's what the lady in black did to me too. Said I could be a hero, save the world, do everything. Just got a life for her. Look where I'm at now. No offense, guys.
Save the world? She's insane then, isn't she?
Yes, she is. You can't save a world that's already doomed, right?
She's only lives in one city. Like she flies around the country or something.
Exactly. You're just one person in one little city.
Who could even afford something like that? They'd have to be incredibly rich. Yeah, they'd have to have some sort of network of informants. And they start tossing back and forth about it's like, what could the lady in black have that would allow her to do such things?
She barely could pay her rent, I swear.
She must be some sort of rich socialite in the middle of town, of a family that was wealthy. No, that can't possibly be it. I think she inherited the wealth from ancient Egypt. Egypt? Why Egypt? It sounds cool.
I'm just gonna snicker and be like, no, she's just a trust fund kid, you know. Living off of her parents' good name. But she really has nothing.
No, I think it's gotta be she had to have a life of crime before, and now she feels guilty for it. Yeah, you know any famous women criminal? Well, there was that Simon and Bunny, right? Yeah, maybe they split. Maybe they aren't dead. Nah, they're definitely dead.
I will admit she does have pretty big ears.
No, I thought she was I thought she was some kind of dog.
You remember I'm the one that does all her paper work at the newspaper, right? I just ran.
Oh yeah. Hey, you ever get a picture of her? You know what she looks like underneath, right? You actually do know who she really is then, don't you? Come on, tell us.
I mean, I could tell you, but, you know, these bindings are kind of tight.
Nah.
I'm not asking you to take them off, just a little bit looser.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me 3 dozen times with other hostages. You know, I'm really starting to see a pattern here. I'm not doing it.
I try to deceive them, be like, no, I'm not trying to get these off of me. I just want them a little bit less tighter. I'm a scaly. My skin runs.
I don't think Miss Osborne or Sikovic over there is going to be very happy if you went wandering around without some kind of restraint.
I have 4 big, strong alligators around me. I don't think I'm going nowhere, guys.
Yep, and especially nowhere with with your hands all tied.
Geez, these got a zip tie?
I don't think those have been invented yet.
Oh, shoot.
Commercial-grade plastics are at least 20 more years away. Coke bottles still are glass, as we've covered before.
Gasp.
Alright,
so what am I bound exactly? With handcuffs or rope or?
With rope, yes, in a knot.
Like the thick ones or the little thin ones?
It is a thick rope.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
We'll go ahead and cut off the attempts here, as over the next several hours, you have you're finally entering away from these caverns and towards some sort of large opening where there seems to be some kind of structure. There's no illumination here, but for the bare flashlight flickering upon it. But you can see story after story of carved stone, and at the tip of it, a tall white tower that seems to go infinitely up into an abyss above you. There's nothing but darkness, and even as the flashlights flicker upwards, nothing reflects but that tower continuing upwards and upwards. It is a massive structure by any means. However, the bottom at least looks maybe roughly the size of any normal building that you've been in. Well, office building, anyway. And they lead you inside. And they rush you quickly through it, not giving you a lot of time, aside from noticing the strange carvings of the wall or the occasional statue of some terrifying figure. But they don't let you stick to it very long, and quickly shove you into a closet, along with the burlap bag. And they will close the door on you and say, "We'll get you some food, toss it in here for you. I think there's a bucket over there. Well, have a good night." And they will lock it. Meanwhile, in your semi-darkness, where they have only left you a single candle, the bag next to you squirms and groans, complains. Ah! Ah! Drop me again! Ah!
Oh God, is it who I think it is? Is it who I think it is?
And you see, crawling out of the bag, this purple, pinkish creature with 3 eyes and a single heart. Oh gosh, it's horrible. It's terrible. It's slightly irate. Ah!
And has a shot. Do you lose his shotgun already?
He probably has.
I want my shotgun back. They took my shovel too. Wait. You look familiar.
It's like, yeah, you stole my car.
Can I strangle him without doing damage?
You totally can.
I'm doing that.
Hard to breathe. Help. Why? You gave me a car. I thought we were good.
You took my car, damn it!
Fair trade. I drove you with it.
Get us out of here and consider it done. And I kind of give him like a half toss.
Out of here? What do you mean?
You're weird. You should get us out of here, right?
There's others out there. They heard me a lot. The big one. And he just starts shuddering and starts curling up a little bit. The big one. The big one.
The possum or the alligator?
What are those? I mean, the big one.
What big one?
The really big one. The scary one. He's the
What
only
does it look
scary
like?
one. Everyone else isn't scary. They're all losers.
What does that big one look like?
Big. I think he was the one holding me.
Oh, he's nothing. I can take him.
He just kind of looks at you, and you can see all 3 of his eyes just kind of raise a little bit. Uh-huh. Hey, is your cooler friend here?
Nope, just me.
Oh.
Which cooler friend is he referring to?
And he just sort of sits down on the ground, just kind of spreads his legs out. So, I see, with my 3 eyes, something dusty.
Is it my life now?
Maybe.
Poor Edmund. He really is a loser.
And we'll go ahead and leave that that there for a moment, and come back to it a little later. Meanwhile, at the center of the Earth, the Bug Club has finally reached Subtemple A, and the noise has only grown louder. Let me see. Doop doop boop.
Yeah, you didn't tell us anything about noise. You said you've been here before.
Yeah, like I said, we didn't encounter much interference on the way down. We managed to get down here last time. It was our first real great success of finding it down here, proving us right. It seemed like some kind of place of worship. This place. It has statues of other strange insect-like creatures, and honorary statues of some other beasts of some kind. It seems like it was built for habitation at one point, but no one was there at the time. There's a water well here too, if I recall. We can definitely stock back up on it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them up here. Throw you guys a little
Well,
bit
this
up.
jazz music doesn't end pretty soon. I'm gonna whack out.
I don't know. I think it's got something nice to it, you know. Meanwhile, the two red companies, men, Jose Hale and Sean Cleveland, are making sure that their Thompsons are fully loaded right now. There's something in there. There won't be for long. Why didn't you guys go on up ahead, though? I'm gonna rub my head for a bit.
Zach's gonna be like, I'm more of a backline fighter.
Yeah, I
Oh,
really don't think we should be leaving anyone behind.
We'll just wait here while you make sure it's safe.
Wait, what?
It's like, you're the ones with the guns.
Yeah, you said it was safe down here.
Well, Kent is gonna go, well, it doesn't seem that way anymore.
Well, and you're the ones with the Tommy gun and that sort of thing. These guys don't know how to fight.
Oh, look at them. They're terrible. I regret
I've
it now.
seen you guys fight. I've fought against you guys.
Yeah, one of you guys nearly stabbed me. Wasn't fun.
Well, someone has to go in, and it can't be me, not with this headache.
Okay,
Well, what about your
fine, I'll
dreams
see what
over
I
there?
can do. And Zach is going to roll Vitalism.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
If it'll roll here. Roll 20 has been a little bit. There we go. Well, my power die is going to dwindle, but I have more than enough successes to inspire greatness.
Okay, you can go ahead and remove a condition. And you, in fact, cure his headache. And he goes, "What? Well, feels so much better. What'd you do?"
You know what? I don't want that to dwindle, so I'm going to tap luck here and
Okay.
reroll that 6.
Comes
There
out
we go.
luck.
Another success.
Hey,
So
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys are just a bunch of sissies, you don't want to go in. I'll go in, and he's gonna actually rush on ahead. And for a few minutes, you don't really hear much more than the sound of echoing footsteps and the occasional hum backwards through the corridor.
Did he go in there alone?
Yeah, he did.
What about his two loser henchmen over here? And Mr. Gray?
The two loser henchmen don't appear to be going forward very much, and Ken doesn't seem to be in a mood with his headache to really give orders. Mr. Gray is just kind of here like, oh, I'm just waiting. This kind of music's kind of nice.
Well, who's carrying the Tommy gun?
It was the guy who
Sean
rushed in
here and the guy who just left.
Wait, so nobody has a Tommy gun?
There are two Tommy guns. One of them just went to explore.
Well, I'm going to tail that guy because I'm worried about him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess Zach's probably going to go with Claudia here.
Jane Sue.
Are you guys sneaky?
Zach is decently sneaky.
All right.
No.
Yeah, and also, James, I'm also worried about you getting into trouble. Remember, you have to document all of this in case we don't survive.
True. I'll stay with you. I'll stay with.
If you hear any gunfire, then you should probably investigate.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so you will go on ahead then.
Well, I'm sneaking after him. I don't want him to know I'm following him.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to put
and most importantly, if he encounters something, I don't want it to see me.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess Zek is probably going to be pretty sneaky here as well.
Why
Yeah.
am I the world's crappiest roller?
That's okay. He's not looking out for you guys anyway. But he's gonna
Oh,
turn
well.
right around as soon as he hears Zechariah stomping
Oh,
down
there
the
we go.
corner.
There we
Oh,
go.
he's
I
And
have
he's gonna
stealth
look
as
at the
well.
corner where you two are hiding behind. And he's just gonna look for a second and go, I guess didn't hear anything. Weird. Guess stuff echoes. He's just kind of wandering along and he kind of looks left and right and he goes, huh. And he's gonna walk this way first. And I'll go ahead and reveal here. And you can see him approaching what looks to be a well as you follow him along. You can see clearly it's a stone well with water bubbling up from below and filling it to the brim. But never over. It seems crystal clear, and the air feels cooler just being near to it. Next to it, however, you can plainly see an orange bucket. Rather, it's orange because it is filled with vril.
Oh, holy crap, we're just going to be coming down here. Wait, who leaves a loose bucket of vril?
He kind of like starts to approach it and takes a look at it and goes, huh, and gives like a light tap. Hell's this stuff? Huh. And he's gonna go ahead and walk this way, and you can hear him start to open a door. As you come around the corner, you will see him looking in upon a giant statue of a terrifying insect-like being, like a mix between Oh wait, I have a full description. You take a look into the room. In the hole, this room is a mess, filled with empty bottles, stained drugs, and the severed head of a horse dangling from the ceiling, surrounded by bloody party streamers. At the back of the room, staring at you as you enter, is a statue of this bizarre creature. It is at once a butterfly and a jeweled scarab, painted in garish colors, standing upright on 4 legs, while 4 more spread out majestically, accented by its wings. It is both disturbing and beautiful at once. And Hale here just kind of looks at it and goes, "The hell is all this? Fuck, I guess someone's already died down here." And he's gonna go ahead and start backing up. And I assume you guys are gonna back up too as he proceeds. I guess if, and he just walks straight past you. Guess if there's some activity here, I guess I should find it first. What about this bullshit? And he'll go ahead and head over this direction and open up the door. And from the back, you can see it, despite the stone surroundings deep underground, this room feels immediately comfy. And though you aren't stepping in, you can see brightly colored rugs, clean wooden tables, and a plush armchair that is only slightly dingy with stains. A fire burns in the corner, burning and providing warmth and light.
What the hell's going on down here?
He sees the active fire and goes, "What the hell is going on down here?" And he starts to sort of approach and looks around. Fuck, I guess someone's here. This fire must have... And he starts walking towards the fire. You can hear him mumbling to himself a little bit. And he starts walking back. Alright, I guess that's enough. And he's gonna go ahead and start walking back to the crew. And I assume you guys are gonna try beating him there.
Probably.
I don't think we can, so I guess we'll have to sneak up behind him.
Ah! Damn, I almost shot you. Where'd you come from?
I wait for him to give his report to everybody else.
Fine. Well, I didn't go everywhere down there, but, the lights are on. There's also someone dead. Well, at least their head. I looked at the fire, and it looked like maybe it's been going for a while. Someone's been tending it.
Wait, what fire? What dead person?
There's a
like
whole complex down here.
There's a whole mantle place and everything.
Yeah, it's like that's when we jump up behind Hale and say, "There's a whole complex down here."
Open fire!
Like there's lit fires, there's sacrificial victims. You didn't mention any of this. There's an entire subterranean city filled with weirdos and murderers and armchairs.
Well, there was never anything like that before.
When was the last time you were here?
2 decades ago.
Okay, well, 20 years. You've been sitting on this for 20 years?
Yes, he says as he crosses his arms. And never give me what I needed for another expedition. I just start planning it myself.
Oh, I can understand that.
That's the whole reason I tried to join up with them in the first place. They promised that they would give me the assistance I needed.
And instead, all you did was bring victims to a vampire.
Yeah, feeling a little bit foolish on the whole endeavor, honestly.
And stood idly by as they sacrificed victims to the creature under Willow Springs.
Yep, Again, I'm feeling a little bit played, as you can understand.
Well, you are a professor who works in academia, so I understand that you're a bitter shell of a man who puts no value in human life.
Damn straight.
Says Rafferty autobiographically.
So is there anyone here, then, right now? Is it safe?
There has to be someone here. If there's a fire burning, it wouldn't last long if it was intended.
Well, what are we going to do, then? I had planned that maybe we could camp out here because it's nice and safe. There's only one way in and out of this complex.
Well, there was one way in and out of this complex 20 years ago.
Well, maybe make sure that no one else is here, and there's no other way in.
Well, the easiest way to do that is to hang out by the fire and wait for someone to show up.
I suppose that works. I guess then we could just camp out in there then and see what happens.
Well, it's got a comfy armchair. It sounds like the best place.
All right. We'll start moving everything in there.
Gray, I need you to come with me.
Oh, yeah, sure thing.
Okay, I'm going to escort Gray to the orange bucket.
Yep, you escort him to the bucket. And he goes, ooh, bucket. Wait a second. There's something in this bucket. Damn, I've been fooled. Oh.
What is it?
It's real.
Yeah, it's just a bucket of Rill just sitting here. That doesn't normally happen.
Nope, not without someone doing something, I don't think. It certainly wouldn't pour itself into a bucket either, would it?
No, you should take this.
Oh, okay. And he'll go ahead and actually open up his suitcase and inside reveal a number of syringes and start sucking it up. Gotta store all this for later.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to think about that too hard and just stand lookout.
Man, had to find all sorts of stray animals just to get the real I needed to sell off to those spiritualists.
Animals, right?
Not like so hard.
Orphans?
And here it is just underground. I knew I helped Osborne find some before, but that seemed like a leak. Maybe this is just where it all comes from.
You know we're an eyeline of the sacrificed horse head, right?
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh, is he okay? He doesn't look too good.
Well, I'm not a doctor, so I really can't judge from a professional standpoint the health of a severed head.
I guess he could have a complex internal life.
Oh, Mr. Gray, I can't stand
Zach
that
will
again.
chime in. It's like, pretty sure I can't bring that one back.
You could, but it wouldn't last long. If it makes you feel any better, he doesn't have any lungs to scream.
All right. So there is a northern passage that has not been explored, but it seems like most of the group you're with is actually going to go ahead and take the comfy study. And, of course, Kent is going to go ahead and take the comfy chair for himself.
If everyone's tired, yeah, I think this is probably a good place to rest And especially to keep out a watch for whoever owns this place.
Yeah, there are books and studies here, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What
On the desk
language are they
itself.
in?
You want to check the desk first or the closets?
The desk.
All right. On the desk appears to be a sketchbook made of solid paper with a variety of pencils next to it. Opening it up, first reveals just a mess of graphite and charcoal, but only because you don't at first recognize the disfiguring, tortured horrors you look upon. Bodies are ripped apart, feral beasts reminiscent of sapient kind bite into the flesh in a frenzy. Gore and horror fill these pages. The nearly lifelike quality of the sketches make you feel ill, and you have to realize, with such precision, was there a model?
Someone was doing their. I hope he wasn't using light models.
But on an academic sense, these are incredible drawings nonetheless. So
Well,
lifelike
wait a
and
minute.
detailed.
Wait a minute here, Mr. Skeptic. Are you sure that this is genuine, not the product of a fevered imagination?
Now's not the time.
I apologize. I'm bitter and jaded.
You won't know until you try. But I assume you want to check out the closets next.
Yes.
Inside, you see a wide closet filled with shelves of glassware, many empty, but some filled with a variety of colorful substances. There's no immediate, discernible way to tell what these containers hold, unless you wanted to say, open it up and take a taste. But the smell still hits your noses regardless. And you can tell, just from the doorway itself, none of these things are healthy.
Next closet.
On the desk here, though, you do see a piece of notebook paper listing an inventory of the closets, in plain English.
Okay, I look at it.
These appear to be potions and cures for headaches, upset stomachs, fevers, the runs, enhancements to virility, strength, confidence, and to promote claw growth and healthy teeth. Further down the list, more particularly tracked than the rest, is booze, with a note reading, I have no idea what kind of stuff this is, other than it's going to be potent. Maybe boil some meat in it for some real flavor, unless you just can't get enough of that tasteless sting.
Snake oil salesman.
Yes, from this list, you can identify that some of these bottles, despite their terrible, disgusting smell, are probably bootleg liquor.
Yeah, next closet.
The other closet is much the same, however, sans notes. It appears to be more storage. However, there are slightly more potable goods here, such as water and linen, and things that might be necessary for people to live.
Well, of course, they will have supplies down here.
And of course, of all things, you see a cardboard box full of paper party streamers.
Okay, this.
Oh, God.
What is it? I don't know about the. I don't know what about the streamers in the dungeons thing.
Well,
so.
we're not going to tell. Well, do you want us to tell you? I don't think you do.
No, I'm just saying I don't know. No, you don't have to. I'm just saying I don't know about it.
Well, okay, so
does one of us want to go take a peek at the north room here?
how tired are we?
Well, everyone has a headache. The music is still piping in, and the three of you are the only ones, I guess, Hale here, who are willing to do anything.
Where does the music come from? We've been walking for hours.
Good question. It seems as if it's gotten louder, but it's not like you could pinpoint a location. But it's definitely at the loudest it's ever been here.
Well, I guess we should go examine the north room then. Maybe we can find the source of the music.
Would you like to roll mind observation?
Before or after we move?
But before.
Okay. Sure.
Ooh. Okay. The two of you.
Wait, I do have observation.
Oh, there you go.
It's for crime.
There you go, James and Claudia. Together, you both recognize that it seems as if it is actually being piped in. As you notice, there are holes in the wall that actually seem to be vibrating with the music. This place was designed to do this.
Yeah, I
And
figured as
thinking
much.
back to it, some of the strange formations you feel must have been constructed specifically towards this end.
Yeah, this entire place is an echo chamber. How big are the holes?
They aren't much bigger than a single finger.
Okay, perfect. Let's take the horrible sketchbook of anatomy and go get some water from the well, make some paper mache, and plug up all the damn holes.
Hey! You want to roll me some craft on that?
Sure thing. I'm making something not work. But I already have one success.
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
perfect.
can help if you want.
Basic paper mache is not entirely difficult. This is more or less to make sure you plugged it up enough.
Just in this room. So, does it work?
It does, and it goes much quieter, and everyone seems much happier suddenly, and without their headaches. It seems marvelous. It's as if no longer listening to it means that they feel better. However, you can still hear it echo. And now that it is no longer being piped into the room, you can clearly feel that it is reverberating through the walls themselves somewhere to the south.
To the south.
Oh,
So
there
down
is.
here.
Yeah, there is that room down there.
All right. Well, let's go look. Who wants to go?
I'll come. I don't have
Why?
anything better to do.
Yeah. James, you got film in your camera?
Yep.
All right, let's go take a picture of another worldly horror.
Yay.
I love your enthusiasm. Yay. How about the rest of
Yay.
you guys? Are you guys staying here or you're coming with us?
I'll go with you, I guess. What's the worst that can happen? And everyone else seems to offer to stay here. They seem, aside from having been victims of headaches for hours on end, they are genuinely tired of so much walking.
Right. Well, I'm tired too, but if we can find this thing that makes all the noise, me and Tommy and Machine Gun Floyd here should be in the front. Machine Gun Kelly.
You approach this, and it seems to be a solid brick wall. Actually,
Wait,
it seems
we don't have James with us.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay. Yeah, I'll just drag you all the way down here. Don't mind me. Oh, there you go. Cool. Down here is a solid brick wall. The wall indents about 5 feet here before suddenly just going back to brick. It seems odd. This isn't the same brick as everything else.
Yeah, I figured as much. That must mean the horrible machine's in here.
And in fact, putting your hand on it, it feels like normal clay brick, and it's as if someone painted it over in a similar color. It did not stand up to basic inspection.
Right. All right. Cover me. I'm going to kick it down.
Right. You go ahead and kick it down. Let me read it. Go ahead and roll body athletics to knock it down.
And this is sabotage. I'm still rolling like butt.
You still do it though. And the facade goes down, and you can see it was hiding a little bit extra. There's a door.
What kind of door?
A door made out of the same stone as everything else around here.
Does it have any of the seals that we saw back at the Zeta Secret HQ?
Nope, not at all. In fact, it has a party streamer on it.
Gottenhimmel. All right, you guys ready?
Incidentally, as soon as you knocked it over, the music stopped immediately.
Oh, well, that solves that problem. We can go back where we came from.
It's like I'm a little bit nervous.
All right. I'm gonna get out of the way so James can take a picture of the door.
Tap it.
Gotta fill that magazine. We're gonna fill months, if not years, of articles in this magazine. All right. And I guess once they've got the photos, I guess if he's got a Tommy gun, can I see how to open this door?
Yes. It looks like it has a small latch that you depress, and it unlocks, quote unquote, and pushes forward.
All right, I'll push forward.
Dun, dun, dun. Let me describe. This room is catchingly splendorous for a tome, filled with shining metal coins, weapons, trinkets, and in the center is a stone sarcophagus carved with dozens of tiers of figures wrapping all around it. In the room, however, are several twisted figures covered in boils, their eyes and long claws yellow, the air around them like that of rotting meat. Together, they're looking up at the ceiling, howling and singing. Oh, no, this was if you did burst it down, I guess. They all seem tense and alert, as if awaiting someone to break in after they made a lot of noise. Only the one in the center, a similar figure dressed in a dirty blue bathrobe, is not necessarily, quote, ready to attack. In his hand is a pan flute, one of the many instruments you heard before. And in fact, the others also seem to have some sort of instrument as well. They are all looking at you and seem as if they are ready to fight. However, the robed figure will menacingly wave a hand and go, "Who are you? How did you break in here? What are you doing?"
Those are many questions. Well, I'm the woman in black.
And I'm the woman in blue.
Oh, excellent. We could join forces. Our rainbow coalition.
She actually gives a giggle, and everyone is the ghouls are actually cracking a small smile at this. These terrible ghouls.
Sorry to interrupt, but we had it on the authority of yeah, actually, where is the professor? He stayed back there, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had the authority of a professor that this complex was abandoned. Imagine my surprise to discover that it had a vibrant population.
We've lived here for years.
Do you normally do you normally brick yourselves up like this?
Well, we don't want to be disturbed.
You know, that's the most sensible thing I've heard all day.
Meanwhile, Hale is stepping up and goes, "They're terrible abominations. Let me shoot them." He's waving his Tommy gun around.
Dude, you used to watch people get molested by a giant tentacle creature.
You're thinking of the other guys. I just robbed people.
Well, these guys, they have nothing worth robbing unless you need an oily bathrobe. And
look at all this treasure here. We can just get rid of them. They aren't holding any guns.
What do you mean treasure? Oh, right, I forgot. You're poor.
You're definitely trying to stop him, though, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to stop him. It's like, you know...
All right. Roll me, like, just will presence real quick to assert dominance.
There's like 7 of them and, like, 1 of you.
You sure you want to do that alone? You'll close the door on it.
We just close the door. Besides, we need that ammo. We've got another 2 weeks down here. Where is my presence? I don't... Oh, yeah, I do have presence. Oh, God.
Do you want Zach to do it? He can be pretty scary when he puts his mind to it.
You can add in guts if you want. I'm pretty sure you have it.
I do have guts. So if I want to scare him... I wanted to be reasonable with him, but you're right, I should just scare him.
Yeah. Like I said, you're asserting your dominance here.
Yeah. Hey,
That's fine enough.
wait! You're a criminal. It means I get to re-roll.
Oh, cool. Maybe I'll get 3.
If you don't put that gun away, I will, and neither of us is going to enjoy it.
And he just sort of grumbles and takes a step back and lowers his gun. I'm watching them.
We apologize for interrupting your panic or whatever it is that you're doing.
Party. And you can't help but notice that there's a lot of party streamers in this room.
There's a lot of party streamers, yeah.
And in fact, the road figure is decked with party streamers.
Are you celebrating the end of the world?
Well, we were celebrating our Lord of Dramalek. You've interrupted us.
We bring grave news. This entire area is in jeopardy of being destroyed.
What?
The entity of Willow Springs at this moment is approaching in a subterranean manner to consume the entire city and all that live within it.
Willow Springs? That small town? There's hardly 20 people there.
There's also a giant subterranean entity.
Was the whole town a cult? No, I don't remember that. It was just a
Not
small
the whole
town.
town, just enough of the town. Well, we apologize, but we're on our
What's
way.
become of it?
We're on our well. The town itself was beset by eldritch horrors, which we dealt with summarily. We have photos, but
What?
we have pictures. But
You drew it?
Oh no, actually, my associates here are skilled engravers.
Oh.
They
That
use
sounds actually
caustic
amazing.
chemicals. It's dangerous, but the work is amazing.
Show me. Come up here. Show me. And they're pointing at the sarcophagus in front of them.
Oh, wait, where am I moving?
Yeah.
Huh, that's weird. It's not letting me move my guy.
Oh, well, you are moving.
Yeah, but it's every time I try to move my guy, it also moves the background.
Oh, that's weird.
There we go. I had to click 27 times.
There you go.
Not every day I get to talk to a twisted, malformed figure in the earth. Yeah.
Well, nothing else.
I'll
I can
share some
appreciate some art.
Well, I'll share some of the photos. I guess I have a photo of Willow Springs. It's not that impressive because it was kind of dark. But anyway, we're here because the entity itself is freed, and we're heading to the Temple of the Strong
What is
Force.
this made out of? This is some kind of paper, but it's so floppy.
Caustic chemicals. It's a new process. But I don't want to take up too much more of your time as you're obviously enjoying yourselves. But we're on our way to the Temple of the Strong Force. My associate claims that this the only way to stop the creature is to enter a gate that's there. Are you aware of this?
Oh, I wasn't aware of any danger. I've always been aware that the temple is, well, dangerous itself. And there are others out there who don't share our same thoughts and guard it more closely.
Yeah, I said looking around. This whole place smells like rotted meat, and I saw horribly mutilated corpses.
Well, you see, we're not like them. We don't keep slaves. I was an abolitionist once, if you would believe it.
Just gonna blink and say, I have no grounds to disbelieve anything you say.
Tell me, did the North win?
Yes.
Yes! And she seems duly excited. It all paid off after all.
But wow.
But
Wait, I think James wants to say something.
Yeah, it's like James is going, wait, how old how did you exactly come to be here anyway?
well, after trials and tribulations, I found one way or another, shunned by society, and I found others like me. It turns out we congregate to the same places. As to here exactly, well, it's a safer part of the caverns, I suppose.
This isn't even the fifth weirdest thing I've seen.
Away from our other brethrens, those who do not worship our Lord of Beauty Adramelech, but that of the terrible magician Gamagin.
I love it. You worship the Lord of Beauty and you're all horrible misshapen figures. Yeah, Gamagin, I'm also fie upon Gamagin. 100 deaths would not be enough for them. So, Yeah, so in the past few years, Willow Springs became a conclave of evil, and the entity is coming here. Do you know about this Temple of the Strong Force? I'm not sure if my comrade is wise to all the dangers when he meddles in forces that man was not meant to know.
I know much about it, though I hadn't ever been there myself. I'm willing to share it with you on a few conditions. This engraving technique, I'd like to learn more of it, and anything else you might know. I have many questions, really. And if you'd like, you could negotiate with her.
Oh, excellent. Hey, are you guys skilled negotiators?
Let me check.
Not really, unfortunately.
Well, I'll describe the technique. My associates with photography here will describe the technique. Fortunately, it's 1920s, so the Brownie instant camera has been around for quite some time. In fact, they'll have so many of these that even in the year 2020, you can still buy them. They're simple cardboard boxes that you unfold and expose to light. Why don't my friends describe the technique and give me an assistance bonus in my negotiation to explain this to you?
Yes. Go ahead, impress her with the technology.
So just negotiation.
You could roll like mind academics and.
No, since you guys don't have negotiation, I was asking you guys to explain photography, which I think you guys are skilled at.
Yeah,
So,
mind and craft, I guess, would be the role on that.
Yeah, mind, craft, and a bonus D12 if you have the specialty of photography.
Well, it's like I'm just rolling my mind dice then.
Okay, well, I know James is a professional photographer.
All right, you do get the D8. That's looking like 2 successes right there. She seems to be very interested in these cameras and very much wants one. Are you willing to put that down on the table immediately?
Oh, I'm going to give them the instant cameras.
There you go.
It's less film, but and they won't work that well underground. But I can't reinforce really how cheap the Brownie camera actually is.
She will greedily take the cameras excitedly and even try to immediately take a picture of yourself.
Well, just remember that you have to go through a special emulsion process and develop them.
Well, it wouldn't be my first time with chemicals. I'm sure we can work up a concoction. Maybe we have enough here. Oh, maybe the old storeroom. Maybe there's something there that'll work.
Well, I'm also sure that you make regular trips to the surface to find... Well, let's not dwell upon that. Tell me what you know of the strong force.
The strong force itself, the force of magic, of the binding of all creatures and their wills. Gamagen purports to be the ruler of that, of control of all people's souls, and all magic derives there and from it, and thus from him. And that is what all the others say. And so they say that the temple was a temple to him, and so they guarded jealously. From what I understand, they don't truly go into it, not without some invitation. They don't seem very interested in doing so. I think something else lives there. Some sort of creature or creatures. These things, apparently, have been there for untold number of years. Longer than any of the others that I've spoken to that are down here. Even the oldest ones that seem to be frail despite their seeming immortality.
Oh.
I would say more than 200 years at the very least, but it could be all the way back to the time of the Romans even.
I'm willing to punch old people, but 200's a lot. I've never punched that many old people before. My arm would get tired.
Well, I mean the number of years, not the number of old people. I don't know how many things are down there, but it sounds like they manage or maintain the place. And so I believe that is why my former compatriots did not wish to disturb them too much.
Oh, well, I'm sad to inform you that we're going to go down there and disturb them.
Well, that's good. I hate them all. Kill every single one of them. Leave nothing. They're terrible, evil creatures who want nothing but the enslavement of others. I will not stand by and let my entire life's work be undone before me. Hence why I am singing today.
Sorry to interrupt that. Our uncultured ears did not understand nor appreciate the nuances of your song of your people.
It is a song of rage and passion and freedom. It is one that I wrote myself, and augmented with the magic of a Dramalek. And she has blessed us to give it a tone which will render our enemies unable to fight or operate. And surely, eventually, over the years, they will dwindle in number until they are no more, as they are unable to fight back against the dangers of the cavern.
Wow, I've been punching people all this time. We could have just been singing a song.
We could have just... Exactly, if only you cursed your enemies.
Let's put on a show. Well, that explains Dante. Well,
Surely you see the importance of our work.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt you anymore, but so this temple, the strong force, will be guarded by withered creatures from beyond time. So I guess that pays off. If there's anything you could do to, I'm glad we could warn you of the coming of the creature from Willow Springs. If you could know anything for us to stop the entity or destroy it, we would be happy to perform this service for you before it comes here.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about this creature but of what you've told me. But truly it sounds terrifying. I'm not sure even our Lord has given us the blessings that it might deal with it. But I can tell you of the dangers down below. There are many things in the caverns. It will take some time. We should go to the study. We can sit there and speak for a while. I'll pull up my comfy chair.
I apologize that my associates, not understanding your hospitality, have already taken liberties.
Not the comfy chair. Well, make sure they don't make a mess of it.
I'm sure they will be just fine and not touch any of your things. Listen, we're going to go ahead and be on our way.
You're welcome to stay here if you do as you promised. If you bring hell to them, I'm more than willing to invite you to stay in the bedroom.
Oh, hey, you guys cool with the hell thing?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm down for kicking some monster ass.
We're genuinely, on the supply side of the hell agenda. So yeah.
Would only my mother have heard that. Poor Christian soul, may she rest.
But really, I think it's better that we make haste. I'm very worried about this. We wouldn't have interrupted your ritual had we known.
Well, I shall probably resume it tomorrow after some rest.
But you guys are already oiled up.
It's ruined now. It's supposed to last the entire day, but I grew fearful, and we stopped.
Wow. I'm sitting here thinking, wow, even like underground with the centuries-old twisted ghouls of the Cyclopean ruins, theater people are still temperamental.
As I said, you're welcome to stay here. There's fresh water. I'm afraid we can't do much for you for food.
That's okay.
She gives you like that raised eyebrow of like, you know what I'm talking about.
I instantly know what you're talking about. I must again apologize. My other comrades are not as you can see from Machine Gun Kelly over there. They're not as free thinking and may misjudge your appearance. It is terrible that even in the few years since you retreated to the subterranean passage, there are still narrow-minded thinkers.
Well, with time, perhaps maybe one day we can fully live on the surface again. But for now, I wage my war below.
We'll just be on our way. We apologize for interrupting. You've been extremely helpful. Is there anything, if there's anything you could give us that would allow us passage through the other subterranean complexes to identify that we also salute your Lord of Beauty?
Well, there aren't many more of us. I'm afraid this might be the extent of it. I think there was another cult, perhaps on the opposite side of the caverns. There's another temple, I hear. They might be more populous still, but I haven't spoken to them in years. But
I was hoping you might give us some sign or symbol that that you understand we're here for the common good, and so we can.
I have an old
present it.
symbol, though, one I haven't used in years. And she'll reach into one of the bathrobe pockets and pull it out.
I love that
and-
she's wearing a bathrobe.
Yeah, she's wearing a bathrobe. And she'll go ahead and hold it out to you. And you sort of recognize it as the same symbol Osborne may have used once or twice to refer to Gamagen. It's
That's
been in some of the
weird.
notes.
But this is a rival deity to Gamagen.
It is. I once belonged to it. Hence, thus I have left after I've seen the light of Adramelech.
So this is a symbol to Gamagen.
It is.
If
Perhaps.
I present this to other dwellers down here, they'll give us passage?
I don't know for sure, but it might help you in some ruse. It is not the first time that they have worked with those on the surface, nor the first time that they have come down here. And maybe if you present it to someone at the temple, maybe they too could be convinced you are with them.
Well, pretending to be a worshiper of Gamagen and collecting the benefits will surely boost the bad opinion die, but it's probably already capped out at D12, so who cares?
If the Dark Lord of Magic hates you, you may as well continue to fight.
Might as well. In for a penny, in for a pound. You've been very helpful to us, Woman in Blue. Perhaps we will meet again under better circumstances.
Such I can only hope. I'm going to call it the Woman in Blue now. Boop.
Yep.
There we go.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. Got to get out of here so fast.
You don't have to tell me twice. He's out of here.
All right.
And he doesn't recognize
So-
he doesn't do goals. He's just like, well, he does.
Come on, guys, we got to go. It's haunted.
Everyone seems to have started relaxing, and you can even see Gray trying to gently push Knight out of the chair as he bounces up, and it's like, you're gonna break it. It's like, no, it's so comfy. Look. And they look
Hey,
at you, it's like,
guys.
leave.
Guys, we got to go. Moon's haunted.
What?
We have to go.
You found something?
Yes, they agreed to let us go, but we have to go now.
Oh,
I'll
well,
tell you after we go.
they are going to go ahead and start packing up. They don't want to interject in something. And you can hear a different sort of music playing now, piped through the hallways. Not one that gives you the headache, but it is of a pan flute, playing
Yeah.
it gently. And a lot of you leave. And I think that is a good dramatic point to go ahead and end on as you've tried to figure out where in these dark caverns you will set up a camp.
Can I
Yeah,
do something before we wrap up?
Absolutely.
I knew the exact time that guy was going to enter the building.
Mhm.
So, a couple minutes after he was supposed to enter the building, I'm going to smash the bottle so that we flip and he sits stuck
Do
underground.
you have a pocket watch?
I have a fancy outfit. I figured the pocket watch is part of
Oh,
a
hell
fancy
yeah,
outfit.
you do then. Yeah, okay, you totally have it. So a few minutes afterwards, you're going to do it.
Yeah, so he gets flipped. He gets shit underground.
You time it and wait, and when you head back outside, you don't see anybody outside.
Well, no, I wouldn't. He'd be underground.
Well, to your most assumption, yes.
Well, no, we've done this before.
Well, I'm saying as far as confirmation, but
Well,
there you
yeah,
go.
I'd
You've
have to
done it.
dig him up. That's the whole plan. I'm not going to dig him up.
Leave him buried. All right. So we'll go ahead and end the session on that. That was a wonderful bit of things. I'm gonna have to take that note and consider the ramifications, of course. So let's go ahead and do mottos real quick. Dante.
Always face the curtain with a bow.
Edmund.
Sorry, my throat.
It's okay.
Excuse me, sorry about that, guys. My throat's really scratchy. I'm gonna find your dirty secret, and when I do, I hope you take a good picture for tomorrow's paper.
Wonderful. James.
There's got to be a logical explanation.
Yep. Claudia.
Justice tempered by mercy.
And Zechariah.
I won't let the people I love get hurt. Never again.
Well, you've succeeded at that, and today everyone will get, of course, their experience for their mottos and an experience for the debrief we are about to do. As far as goals, I don't think we've necessarily accomplished them yet, but we are on our way. But I think, Dante, I threw you a goal, and you accomplished it immediately. We didn't specify it, but you certainly did. I'm gonna offer you a clairvoyant extra career upgrade. The upgrade to the die. I forget the exact words I need to use for that.
That's a weird one. Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. You are a better clairvoyant for using the future to your advantage to bury your opponent. And I don't think anyone else then has triggered one, correct? All right.
Nothing I know of.
So I'll go ahead and ask, how's everyone feeling? What are you thinking?
It's getting interesting. It's obviously leading up to something.
I get the distinct feeling that we are about to walk into a complete shit show.
You're bringing one with you.
Yeah.
How many cults can we smash together at once? Let's find out.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Pikmin's model, but
Yeah, I set that one up to be done with Guido Knuckles. He left, and I never got to use it again, and I finally have an excuse to bring it back up.
no, I like the professor being so arrogant about this. Like, when were you last year? Well, 20 years ago. I was like, things can happen in 20 years. Plus, also, now this puts everything into doubt because the ghouls claim they've been down here for like 50 years or more.
Since the Civil War, at least.
Right, which would be like about 60, 70 years. And
Yeah.
he never encountered them. So everybody's an idiot and I'm going to punch everyone.
Sakura is going to be ripping stalactites off the wall and flinging
well,
it.
The complexes down here are so huge and there's a gang war going on that anything could have happened in the last 20 years.
Oh, sorry, Zachariah. I just imagined you hanging upside down while you sleep on a stalactite.
Yeah.
Just, it's like this is the place of my people.
If anything, having unreliable narrators is the hardest thing to do, because if I give you information and then you find it wrong, you've probably taken it at some point that maybe it's like, oh, well, the GM said it has to be right. But I'm glad they've paid off here, and you see how stupid everyone is.
Well, I mean, yeah, in fact, that's something that I've mentioned is very difficult when it comes to gaming, that it's often presented as objectively A equals A. Yeah, no, I like, one thing I've been continually enjoying about this game, and it's part of the intrigue policy of Urban Jungle that carries over into this, is that you're right, people are unreliable. You're going on testimony of what other people have told you. So if they're mistaken or crazy or out of date, than the information they gave you. But that's also supposed to be part of the fun of this original kind of occult adventuring. It's like, this is what the books say, or this is what the account says. And that was always supposed to be predicated, like in these pulp era stories of, well, this is what they said they saw, but we don't know if they just misinterpreted what they saw, if they made stuff up, if they didn't know what they were looking at. So we have known unknowns. And also the fact is, like, this counts 20 years out of date, therefore things could have changed. But that's what makes it fun, because it's known unknowns. It's like we know some things, but not everything. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm on an adventure, and I'm enjoying it.
Yay!
I don't really have anything to add there. I'm probably going to duck out here as I need to start getting ready to go to work.
I understand. Edmund, anything you want to say then?
Oh, I'm glad I had my little Bart Simpson moment with the pink guy.
Yeah. Well, you now know your tools as we're going to go ahead, and you're in position. I'm going to say it's hard to figure out what to do with you without causing you a lot of problems, because everyone has to get there and such, right? So you're going to be sitting pretty for a while, but I'm going to try making sure you're entertained.
Oh, don't worry.
Much like I'm trying to make sure that Dante is entertained too, since he's on the surface. And Dante, how are you feeling today?
It was good to have something to do.
Yay!
I don't know, but don't he always find something to do?
Yeah, solved it with class too, which is
Yep.
fantastic.
Alrighty.
All right,
Yeah.
so we'll catch you later, Zechariah, and I'll go ahead and do last calls. Anyone want to say anything?
Well, if you're watching this, before July 31st, we here at Sanguine Games, we make Urban Jungle, but we also make Myriad Song. So until July 31st, the Myriad Song, the Myriad Unbound bundle is available for no charge, $0 on DriveThruRPG. And if you're a fan of Ironclaw, we're currently kickstarting Book of Corals over on Kickstarter.com, which is a brand new Ironclaw book filled with all sorts of awesome stuff like thylacines and wombats and kangaroos. But I probably already had you at thylacine. Plus also pirate ships if there's time.
Yeah, Thylacine pirate ships.
Thylacine pirates.
Nice.
Alrighty then. So I'll go ahead and thank all of you for coming once again and being wonderful players. And I'm glad everyone had fun. And we'll catch you next time as we go even deeper into the badness.
Yay! Further
Yay.
down the rabbit hole.
Yay.
Bye, everybody.